Acquiring talent in a dungeon, chapter 26, day 7, Alley. 1 billion won. I used to think about it often. When I was a high school student, I didn't have a lot of time at home, so I talked about the thing I wanted to have. After going to college, I had to wear the same old clothes that I had worn for many years and realized that the thing my friends enjoy were the luxury to me. Just I didn't need anything. I just hoped for a little more money. At least I used to be like that. Hey, do you have your bank book? Yon Sangha stared at me with a confused expression. I don't understand what you are saying right now. She didn't know exactly, but she could roughly guess. Legitimate. By today, 1 billion won. Don't you understand? This frustrating guy. The man, Yoon Sang-min, opened his mouth for the first time. It's to avoid being pursued by the law. My proposal won't be a problem. Is there any refuse to refuse my term? There will be a record. He gave the answer right away. There will be an inquiry when you get a job, so I will just be seen as a dubious monthly salary. So, I don't know what type of life I will live in the future. I don't know. I don't want to do something. But I don't want to do anything. I could hear some laughter. The other people sitting in the cafe were laughing at me. You can become a big person. Maybe you can even run for president. They spoke nonsense as they looked, but I didn't bother looking at them. I just studied Young Sandmin. So legally, I want a clean 1 billion. It's awkward. The reality is that there's no way to satisfy the condition of giving you 1 billion today. If those conditions, then I guess I have to refuse, realistically. I shook my head. Many eyes looked at me like I was crazy as I opened the door of the cafe. I could hear Yosanha from behind me. How funny, a beggar wearing a t-shirt is going around like he's some big shot. Lothar burns out. I kept moving. 1 billion won. It wasn't a small amount of money. With that amount of money, I could live a life of ease. So why did I refuse now that it came into my hand? What if it wasn't 1 billion, but 5 billion or 10 billions? Maybe I would be satisfied. That was before entering the dungeon. I was different now. I have become physically stronger. I was little smarter and more willing to take action. And I would be even better in the future. I had to continue for as long as possible. Until the day when it was impossible for me to struggle any longer. The words I said to Young Sang-min and Yo Sang-ha were true. I hadn't been talking nonsense. It would be good if they gave all that money to me. Then I could able to stop along the way and smell the roses. But not anymore. A long road stretched in front of me. I could do the thing I wanted to do. I could walk the path I chose and be successful. To the me right now, 1 billion wasn't enough as a goal. I walked out and left the campus. I had to wait a bit for the next steps. And late at night, I was walking down a street when I received a message. If you're alone, now then you should contact me. The call came straight away. Hello, this is Yeon Ji-hee. It was the number that she gave me on the way on the cafe. Excuse me, so the money. Please give me the cell phone number. Yeon Ji-hee swallowed her breath. The number shouldn't be repeated twice. If you let me know, I will protect you on the assumption that there won't be any problem with my safety in the future. Still, if you do not want to die, I hung up and waited. 2 minutes later, I received a message. I entered the phone number, I received and took a breath. I closed my eyes before pressing a call button. The ringtone continued for a while. Who is this? I heard the voice of an elderly man. I called about a matter regarding one of your grandchildren, Young Ji-hee. This is a number that is only used in my family. Did he give it to you? The old man's voice was grumpy. Yes, I certainly asked John Jihi to tell me. It is a condition to escort Yon Jihi inside the dungeon. There was a moment of silence, then Chairman Yon Sang Yu spoke again. I made it clear that to my grandchildren, no matter what children do in here, I decided not to intervene. The old man spoke to a feeble voice, but the weight behind his words was fierce. Was it to make the opponent shrink back from the weakness? So I can't give you anything. I think it's better for you to hang up. Of course, I already knew that. Young Sanha told Yoon Ji-hee that she was acting on her own behalf, not on UZ groups. I didn't call Chairman Nim for nothing. I calmed the trembling in my chest and spoke. I will protect your granddaughter, I will do my best, and she will be the one who stayed until the end. You and Jihi, what is the relationship? Until yesterday, we have no affiliation. The chairman didn't hang up. Okay, then I will continue. Even if you don't intervene, I don't think you have a lot of expectation for Joe Hindley. I met 3 of your grandchildren today, but I could clearly see who would be the first. Who will die first? From here now, I cut to the chase and pulled the pin from the hypothetical grenade. But Yoon Ji-hee will survive the longest. If only one of your grandchildren is left, it will be Yoon Hee-ji. Why? She has me. I heard a faint laugh. In other words, the grandchild that has you, perhaps Sangha and Sangmin, you are better than those children. Yes, I am the ace in the hole, the 2 of them. Even if they have the people that they already gathered, I will still win. In addition, none of the grandchildren are better than me, so naturally, Jihi will stay the longest. What did I want? I said it first before the old man would ask. As you say, you won't be giving anything right now, anyway, if my words have proven correct. You won't need to ask for anything, since I will do it. The old man's voice was filled with laughter. Yes, he was right. If Yeon Ji-hee survived longer than any of her siblings of cousins, it will mean that she would be the successor of the UZ group, and I would have been responsible for the safety of the successor. I just wanted you to know, this is your insurance against damage. Even if the worst situation were in the dungeon surpassed the ability of your grandchildren, it is insurance that at least one grandchild survive. The next moment, the old man, loud laugh entered my ear. That is fine. Thank you. Then, yes. Then should I call the other children and tell them not to hurt Jinghe and the person who is calling? Gospel forth on my spad. I hadn't said it yet. Sangmin more than Hanha. That child feels a desperate sense of fear and jealousy. I've told him several times to be vigilant to other parties. I can't stop him. Even though there was a hope, I wanted him to keep his grandchildren in check. At least in reality, it was for my personal safety rather than Yon Hee-ji's. I knew he was going to say that. Ah, don't worry about this. This business is okay. Free insurance. It is free, so I will take care of it. Thank you. I personally feel sorry for Jinhee since she isn't the type to make an active move or to play dirty. Tomorrow I will tell the children. Now, is that all? Can I hang up? That's it. Thank you for listening to my words. Just before the call was disconnected, the old man suddenly spoke. I haven't heard your name. Ah, well, it doesn't really matter right now. I don't know about later, but there is no point knowing your name now. I heard a short laugh. Then, work hard. The call was disconnected. Ah, I let out a long breath. I did it. I hadn't stuttered, nor my voice shake. Despite my heart racing quickly, with lighter footsteps, I entered an alley and lined with buildings. As redevelopment proceeds in this area, more than half the buildings were empty. There were places where the street light had gone out. It was annoying during the day, but it was even worse at night. I stood in front of a building and examined the mail block installed outside the entrance. You're living in a place like this? I turned around to see several people in the side alley. The alley on the other side has people as well. It's surprising. I didn't think such a great person would live in a place like this. Originally, great person are frugal. Can't you tell by looking at his t-shirt? They moved forward and narrowed the distance. Two people on the left, two people on the right. They were people that I saw in the cafe, those who followed me, those who followed Yon-san and Yon Sang-min. Who sent you? I could rudely guessed, but I asked anyway. What, did you hear? He asked, who sent you? I just now realized it was a drama. I have goosebumps. The tallest of the two on the right spat out. You never know. You didn't want money, so we came to persuade you in another way. Are you planning to use violence? I raised my head and looked around. Well, in some cases, it's as I thought. This neighborhood looks pretty good. No one seems to be there, and there doesn't seem to be a proper CCTV. There was a guy who was already shadow boxing in the air. Whatever happened, it is because you angered the people behind us. You shouldn't have rejected them. I see. Wow. Look at that calm expression. As expected from a great person, they were getting closer and closer. If you scared, then why you don't rush into your house, lock the door and call the police? Of course, we already know the location of your house, so we still always be there. I saw the mailbox you were looking at. You're not very smart, are you? Indeed. I took out my glove. What? Did you plan to fight? It looked like it. What should we do? Then let's call the police. They wouldn't do such a thing. If the police came to catch me, then they would get caught as well. I didn't think that Yoon Hiji would get a lower to me. A lower for me. So I picked this place. The police wouldn't believe it in any way. The neighborhood wasn't where I lived. Of course, this building wasn't mine. The mailboard that I was looking at also had nothing to do with me. And what did you say? There was no one else around, the lighting was dim. It was an area where the CCTV was underdeveloped. I had searched for a suitable place during the daytime. Hey, grab him. They headed towards me at the same time, twisted my neck, and chanted something in my head. Activate. Darkness cloud. A darkness that was darker than the night wrapped around us. Wow! Chapter 26! Let's go!